Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we went to New Mauville and shut down a generator to get Thunderbolt from the guy who beat me up once. This time, we are going to be heading this direction so we can head to our next city. It has been so long since it feels like we've been to a new city because it's just been like the area surrounding Mauville City for so long now. It feels so good to have Thunderbolt on Carbon because now we can just take care of Water-type Pokemon like they're nothing. Which, you know, nothing against Water types. If you like them, that's good for you, but I have my Water type and it's one of my favorite Water types and one of my mom's least favorite Water types eventually. So, yeah, everything's great. Alright, talk to this guy. A good rod is really good. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. We're of identical minds. Take this good rod. Oh my god. There is so many new encounters we can find now that we have the good rod. So, if you don't want to see the bios, here's a timestamp to skip right through them, because this is going to take a very long time. Are you ready? Okay. Starting on Route 103. Using the good rod, it is possible to find Wailmer. Wailmer has very high defense... No, not defense, HP. That's its main gimmick. It doesn't really get better. Its only real gimmick is that it has a ton of HP, and that's not bad, and it gets a move called Water Spout that does more damage depending on how much HP it currently has, which is really broken once it evolves into Wailord, which has one of the highest HP stats in the game. If you want to use a Water type that's very bulky, this is your option. You can use Tentacruel, it has decent special defense, but, I mean, Wailord is just huge, and it has such high defensive stats. I mean, its normal defensive stats aren't great, but its HP makes up for it, and that Water Spout move is going to be dealing so much damage all the time. Next up on Route 102, you can find Corphish. Corphish is kind of weird. It's a Water type that focuses on attack, which doesn't really work well in Gen 3 because the second physical special split for moves has not yet happened. Dark and Water are both special types, and those are the types it specializes in throughout its entire lifetime. It's not terrible, it just doesn't get much better for a while, and that goes for its evolution Crawdaunt as well. On Route 107, it's now possible to find Pelipper through surfing. Pelipper is just a better Wingull. There's not much more to say about it. It just has the same attacking stats, just scaled up, which can be said for most evolutions, but for Pelipper, it's not too much of an improvement. In later generations, it becomes much better than Wingull, but for now, it's just better. It's completely usable, though. On Route 111, you can find what evolves into my least favorite Pokemon of all time. Barboach. It's a worse Wooper! And you know what? You can call me biased, because Wooper is indeed one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. But Barboach is just okay. It does what Wooper does, and it does it fine. It just doesn't get the same variety in its moveset. It's very rare to see one that doesn't have moves that aren't Water and Ground type. It's not bad, it's usable, until it evolves when it gets this creepy face that has terrified me since I was very little. I don't know what it is about Whiscash, but something about it has always freaked me out to the extent that I decided to make his image very small in this bio, if you couldn't tell. He's there, he's just very small. As far as I know, that's all the Pokemon you can get through fishing up to this point. There will be more in the future, and I won't be going over them live because I'll forget. I will be doing them in post-commentary after an episode ends, if they do appear. Anyway, As I was saying, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Emerald. I know I already went through the intro, but I feel like it bears repeating after that. So now we are here on Route 118, and there are new encounters, but we can't run into them quite yet. There is an interview group here. Hey, looky here, I remember you. I'll get this battle all on this here camera. Why did I talk to you instead of the interviewer? Interviewer Gabby and Ty. Yeah, these are kind of recurring trainers. We'll be seeing them a few more times throughout the entire game. They're still weak. I mean, they aren't going to improve. That's just how... Unfortunately, that is the fate that all NPCs suffer, because they can't improve. They have to remain static so that the player can actually win. I mean, they improve, they just improve at the same rate, and they were weak, and they were still weaker before, so they're still weak. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Carbon, you are getting destroyed here. I'm going to switch out to Ingo, and just have Summer deal with that Magnemite. We'll be getting a better Fire-type move for Summer eventually, I hope, because I'm getting real sick of using Ember. It didn't even knock out a Magnemite anymore. It used to be able to. Now it can't. Let's go Rock Tomb on Loudred and Ember on Magnemite. Once Ingo reaches level 29, I'm going to be using him for 3 more levels instead of the usual 2, because I really want Ingo to evolve. I'm tired of him not really being able to do anything, just because he's our only first stage evolution anymore. Or like, not even first stage evolution, just first stage Pokemon. And I feel bad, honestly, because I talked about how great he is, and he really just hasn't gotten to do that much other than take out that Torkoal that Flannery had, which, you know, is still great, because everyone else struggled there. Not gonna teach Endeavor, that does more damage depending on... No. Endeavor does more damage depending on if the Pokemon using it is paralyzed, poisoned, or burned, I believe.
Oh no!
Alright! Remember? That's the quote you gave us as the battle clincher last time. I never, ever forget stuff like that. Anyway, what do you think? Do you want to be interviewed again? You bet I do. You will? Thank you. Okay, I need you to describe your feelings about our battle, but it has to be short and sweet. Go! Okay. Let's see, what can I come up with here? Slimy. Yeah, that's the perfect clincher. I get a feeling this will make a great TV show. There's a chance that they'll air this on TV, so make sure to look for us. Okay, we'll be seeing you. Usually when you say we'll be seeing you, you walk away. They did not. They don't follow the rules and conventions of humans because they are not humans, they are aliens. I'm gonna heal up my Pokemon, and then we'll keep going. I'm a fisherman, but also a trainer. I'm raising the Pokemon that I caught. How are you raising them? Are they Magikarp? There's 2 of them. One of them's a Tentacool. Okay, we're safe from the Magikarp man. I think the Magikarp man was on Dewford Island, so we've been safe from him for a long time. Apparently, I'm so terrified of the Magikarp man showing up again. I realized while I was watching back the series a couple days ago that I just kind of stopped calling Archie the linchpin on our second meeting with him. I don't know why, that was my favorite bit from our first encounter with Archie, is just calling him the linchpin because of something a grunt said. But I find it really funny to just imagine that Archie's superhero or supervillain name would be the Linchpin, because it's so stupid, but it's so funny at the same time. So today, a dating simulator came out, published by KFC. This may seem off topic, but this is kind of an advertisement. Check out my collab channel on the end screen of this episode if you are curious about how that will be, because we are going to be doing a blind Let's Play of it, and I'm excited, Aiden's excited, we're all excited, it's going to be something else. Hi, Winter. It's me, Steven. We met in the cave near Duford. Have you met many kinds of Pokémon since I last saw you? There are many, many kinds of Pokémon in this wide world of ours. If you wanted to raise only your favorites, that's fine. Perhaps you find it more fun to raise all sorts of Pokémon. As a trainer of Pokémon, what do you think? Of course, it's not any of my business. It would be nice if we were to meet again somewhere. In Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, you would be taken to an island at this point in the game where you would be given one of the two legendary Pokemon Latias or Latios, and you'd have to fight a Team Magma Grunt. This is also where you're introduced to Mega Evolution in those games. I'm not going to be going over any of that because this is Pokemon Emerald, but just so you know if you're playing those games. Okay, let's go this way first. Route 123? How did we get all the way here? We were just on 118. I mean, okay, I'm fine with it, but... Oh, and this has the music from the beginning of the game, too. My confidence will get a boost by beating someone obviously strong. This is my awesome bug Pokemon. My big brother got it for me. Is your big brother a bug maniac? I love that Bug Maniac and Bug Catcher are separate trainer classes in this game. It's very funny to me. Absol and Pinsir. Oh god, that's actually a good combination. Okay, well Jet's gonna have to take care of Pinsir. Summer is going to have to take care of Absol because I don't think Carbon will be able to stand up that long against these things. That was good enough damage. Oh god, that is a big threat now. Okay. As soon as they start using Revenge, you're going to want to, or Swords Dance, you're going to want to take them out because that increases attack by 2 stages, and I'm not willing to put up with that, especially from a Pokemon like Absol that gets Slash, which has a higher critical hit ratio. Absol isn't great in this generation, but it's still best to be safe around them. Why is it using Swords Dance? I'm not okay with this. Stop it. Get some help. You got some help from a critical hit. There we go. Alright, Summer, you don't need to be level 30, but you are. There goes my confidence. Wah! You meanie! I like how it's just instinctual for me to do the Waluigi Wah now. Come down here, you can get an Ultra Ball. Believe it or not, I don't think there's any hidden items in that path over there. It's just to tell you about this one, maybe. What do you have? They say that good times are filled with good aromas. That's not always true, but sometimes it is, and I mean, that can definitely make it more memorable sometimes. It just kind of depends, I guess. Wing attack. This thing shouldn't stand against that. If it does, I'll be impressed. Yeah, there we go. And we got a crit. Jet, you don't need to keep getting crits. You didn't get a crit, Summer did. Whatever. Gloom. This might be able to survive a wing attack. Nope. I overestimated you. Level 29. Doing well. Our team is getting really high leveled compared to what I think I expected, especially since I never actually went and fought those trainers in the ocean off screen, which I will probably still end up doing, but I just haven't yet. That's a lot of berries. Qualat. I'm just gonna pick one of each of these and go over what they are, because I don't want to waste like an hour and a half picking all of them. Pomeg. Oh boy, the Pomeg berry. Oh, that is something else. I'll tell you all about those later. Maybe. If I'm thinking of the right berry, I will at least. Okay. We got Pomeg, makes a Pokemon friendly but lowers base HP. Yes, this is the berry I'm thinking of. This is the cause of a major glitch in this generation, and I will be telling you all about it later on. This lowers defense, but makes a Pokemon friendlier, and this lowers special defense.
You may call me the Berry Master.
I dream of filling the world with beautiful flowers, so I raise berries and hand them out to everyone. You're deserving of one. A ghost berry. A tomato berry. Be sure to visit the Pretty Petal Flower Shop near Rustboro. Let flowers fill the world. The way my husband grows berries, oh, he's the best in the world. He makes me proud that he does. Incidentally, child, have you heard a good saying lately? Absolutely. Let me tell you all about my slimy father. Oh, a good saying it is! You're quite remarkable. I want you to have this. Should give you a Pecha berry. What a reward for coming up with something as wonderful as slimy father. In search of trainers. Hi, today I'm visiting an area near Route 118. We're trying to spot some up-and-coming new talent in the field. Today we turned our lens on the trainer Winter. There's something about this trainer that piqued our interest. We've battled Winter before, but we can attest that the trainer has most definitely improved from before, even though they beat us just as hard as they did before. I knew we were onto someone special when we spotted this trainer. The best way to determine how strong a trainer is, well, the fastest way is to battle, and so we began our investigation. That's how we ended up in battle with Winter. In a dominating performance, we were flattened, rolled up, and tossed aside. This is exactly what we said last time. Winter is ruthlessly strong. Here's our impressions after having battled our featured trainer. The combination of Aeron and Combuskin was divine. The sight of them, Aeron and Combuskin, selflessly supporting each other in the thick of battle. It was a marvelous sight to behold. Ember was the move the trainer used last in our battle. The move Ember is Aeron and Combuskin's sign of friendship. Isn't that exactly what they said last time? After our battle, we asked Winter for a succinct summary. The trainer replied, Slimy. Winter's Pokemon Aeron and Combuskin, and Slimy. That's deep. There's deep significance behind that quote. It's no surprise. A good trainer has good things to say. That's all for today. See you again on our next broadcast. I almost said Brofist. Can we go behind this house? This is bothering me. You can. There's nothing back here, though. Okay. That was pointless. That was a waste of time. We just got trapped behind a sign. Can't get that item yet, so let's just get out of here. The repel wore off. New to Route 118 are two new Pokemon. First off, you may recall a Pokemon we encountered before called Electrike that I always forget is actually a Pokemon. Manectric is its evolved form, and Manectric is pretty good. Surprisingly, it gets Flamethrower, not through level up, but through TM, so you'll have to find the TM first. But this thing with Thunderbolt and Flamethrower is so strong. It's, like, shockingly good. The issue really is just that it has the ground type weakness, but I mean, we aren't going to be running into powerful ground type moves for at least another badge or two now, so at least for now, it's going to be doing a lot of damage without having much weakness. I'd just recommend being careful because obviously that static isn't the best ability, and I don't know. It's a good Pokemon though. There's one more encounter on Route 118, but I'm not going to be going over it now because we run into it in a special event later. So I'm just going to finish up this battle and then we'll continue on. They did take flight. They didn't. At all. And what is Appa holding now? Great Ball. We don't need to catch Pokemon anymore, buddy, but whatever, still helpful. Find a Hyper Potion here that restores 200 HP to any Pokemon. Other than Shedinja. Head over here and get Citrus Berries. These restore, I believe, 30 HP when a Pokemon gets into low health. It might be 30 only in future generations. I think at this point it's probably a set percentage of HP. On Route 119, there is one new encounter, Tropius. Tropius is bad. It can't do very much, honestly. It has the Grass Flying type, which is unique, but it gives it a 4 times weakness to Ice. And beyond that, it just doesn't get many good moves. Believe it or not, this is basically the best HM slave in the game. Getting moves like Fly, Cut, Strength, and maybe Rock Smash even, though I can't say for certain on that one. It's not the worst in the world, I just don't think it's very good. However, it's extremely good for an HM slave, and if you're looking for one that can do more than just one thing, like Rock Smash or Cut, then Tropius works. It can work very well alongside a Pokemon like Zigzagoon. Trainers in this grass are just kind of hiding. Ingo, you need to start hitting more often with that move, because the more you miss, the less convinced I become that you can actually ever evolve. You're the lowest level team member. I'm going to make you the highest just so you can be better. But you gotta focus on actually being better first, buddy. Okay, Cascoon. This guy just has the full evolution line up to Dustox. Okay, you didn't need to avoid takedown. That was Cascoon's fault. I don't care what you say. That was Cascoon's fault. There we go. Yep, you finally caught me, or were you trying to avoid me? I don't understand the movement patterns of these trainers, because it depends on whether you're moving or not, if they're going to move. And they just don't really move in, like, mirrored at all. They just move in a... I don't know. It's strange, and it's hard to understand for my small baby brain. We are witnessing the deadliest strategy in the game, potentially, right now. Double team followed by speed boost and swords dance. This thing now has maxed out attack. It can now max out its evasion at will, and it raises its speed every turn because of its ability. I hate fighting Ninjask, especially in Gen 3 before it had its hidden ability that for some reason everyone seems to prefer. Thank God it is dead. That was a really bad time to run out of PP for Rock Tomb. Whoop, that was a great match. No, it wasn't. You lost horribly. To an Aeron. Hyper Potion here. Those are always useful. What was I going to do? Just going to use a Super Repel. That is correct. Alright. We've been going for a good while now, and we've made it to this house. That guy just told a tragic story. Oh my god, this is like a cat lady, but with birds instead. I heard about a cave called the Cave of Origin. People rumor that the spirits of Pokemon are revived there. Could something like that really happen? Not as far as I know. Next time on Pokemon Emerald, we are going to be continuing on through this route and doing a lot more bios because we're not through yet. See you guys then.